Hi everybody, and welcome back to Borderline. So today I thought I'd look at the 5 cheapest places to buy a house in the UK. Okay, now wouldn't you know, not a single one of them is anywhere near where I live. Now I live on the south coast of England, born and bred in the south, lived here all my life. Okay, but none of them are anywhere near here. Okay, nearest one is West Yorkshire. Okay, and it is a place I've been to before. Many years ago when I was a kid, I did actually go to Bradford. Remember going to the old science museum there? No, science wasn't science museum, TV museum, which was many years ago, 40 years ago. Whether it's still there, I don't actually know, because it was an awful long time ago. But when we look at these places, a lot of it you could put down to industry that may not be there, big businesses not being there, and jobs not really being in the areas. There is the argument for crime and other things which have affected the prices. So coming in at number 5, okay, is the beautiful city of Bradford, where the average property value currently, okay, is at just over £140,000. Okay, now I do know you can get a house in Bradford for a lot less than 140 grand. I think it was last year I was looking, just being a bit nosy, seeing terraced houses up on the market in and around Bradford for around 70 to 80 grand. But the average price in Bradford, as things stands at the moment, as is at 140 grand. Okay, so we're going to leave the whole of Yorkshire. Okay, and what we're going to do is go to the northeast. I would normally say it's Humberside. I know some people will call it East Riding, some people will call it the East Riding of Yorkshire. I don't say that in case my father-in-law hears, or if my grandfather's looking from above, he will shoot me for calling it East Yorkshire, being a guy that comes from North Yorkshire, and he would shoot me for it. Okay, but we have got Hull. Okay, Hull comes in 4th place. Okay, and the average house price, as things stand at the moment, is at just under £129,000. And Hull actually comes third, it doesn't come 4th. Okay, because Dundee, because I've got them mixed up, believe it or not, Dundee actually comes in at 4th place, and it's the only one from Scotland. Okay, at 137 grand. Okay, that's it. £137,000. Never personally been to Scotland. I'm sure Dundee is a lovely place, but Dundee comes in at 3rd place at 137,000. Okay, now the top 2 cheapest places. Okay, right, these are both in the northeast. Okay, and there's quite a bit of difference between them as well. Now, one of them I've been to because my father used to live near here. Okay, which is Sunderland. Sunderland comes in at 2nd. Now, Sunderland's a lovely place. You know, my father, he used to live in Seaham, which is just outside Sunderland, and he was treated at hospital there for cancer, 15 years ago, roughly, something like that. And the people up in Sunderland are absolutely lovely people. I can't deny that. But the average house price, you know, this is a bargain compared to where I live. I'll tell you what, the average house price in Sunderland, as things stands, is just under 118 grand. My next door neighbour's house is up for sale. Now, his house, it's only a 3-bedroom semi-detached house. Okay, admittedly, I live 5 minutes from the beach. I can walk to the beach in 5 minutes. Okay, I live in a place called Leon Solent. between Portsmouth and Southampton. Yes, it is a bit of a seaside resort. Stony beach, admittedly, no sand or anything. But my next door neighbour's house is on the market with Phoenix. This isn't a pitch for Phoenix or anything. For 535 grand. And he can't even get people to even have a sniff at 535 grand. And in Sunderland, you can pick up a house for 117 grand. You could buy his house for... buy 4 houses for the price of his one. But still, taking that with Sunderland, that's nothing compared to Middlesbrough, where it's even cheaper. And I've been near Middlesbrough. I've never actually been to Middlesbrough. Okay, the average house price in Middlesbrough is just under, well, it's just over £109,000, which means you could buy basically five houses for the price of my next door neighbour's house. 5 of them. How ridiculous is that? Now, I know there's going to be people who are going to say, yeah, but it's not a lot of jobs, high unemployment, which is relevant to Middlesbrough. I am aware that it is. But it is quite ironic that a lot of the places which are dirt cheap, and even if I looked at the top 10, okay, they're all in the north of England. You know, you go at number 5, you go into Glasgow, you go to number 6, we've already spoken about Bradford, you got Barnsley there, you got Liverpool there, you got Doncaster there, and you got Rotherham there. We're completely in the north of England. And some people may say, what's my point? There's a fundamental point, and it's something the Conservative Party spoke about when they were in power, and something that they were never, ever in a million years going to deliver on, and that was levelling up. That no matter where you are in the country, you would have the same opportunities than somebody else. And unfortunately, whether people like this or not, that was never going to happen. But that's wrong. It's fundamentally wrong. You know, because some parts of the north of England are absolutely beautiful places. To go on holiday to the north of England next year, taking my kids over to North Yorkshire, going to be staying in a Haven resort. But, you know, that's digressing slightly. So the question is, what actually needs to be done to help them 10 cities? Why is it that they're doing so badly, especially when it comes to house prices? Because house prices, you know that if you got low house prices, you know that there's a fundamental problem in them areas. And I'm sure the people in them areas are absolutely lovely people. You know, and the first thing I look at is there a crime issue in those cities? Which you can't use, because where I live there's crime. Is it a problem with unemployment, or is it a problem with businesses not going into them areas? And if they're not, why aren't the government doing something about it? So let us know in the comments down below what you personally think. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you again a bit later.